reports, and they have a lot of everybody in that group. It's a horrible thing, and it's a lot bigger than 5,000 people, and we got to stop them at the border. And unfortunately, you look at the countries, they have not done their job. Unfortunately, they have not done their job.
Mr. President, how many countries is that?
Guatemala, Honduras, El Salvador, they paid a lot of money. Every year we give them foreign aid, and they did nothing for us, nothing. They did nothing for us. So we give them tremendous amounts of money. You know what it is, you cover it all the time. Hundreds of millions of dollars. They, like a lot of others, do nothing for our country.
Have you President the Saudi Crown Prince?
I have. I spoke to the Crown Prince. We have people over in Saudi Arabia now. We have top intelligence people in Turkey. We're going to see what we have. I'll know a lot tomorrow. They'll be coming back either tonight or tomorrow morning. But we have people in Saudi Arabia and people in Turkey.
Are you Mr. President? To complete the investigation, will you give them the
I think it's a long time. You said they want a month?
They want 1 month.
That's a long time. There's no reason for that.
Mr. President, what about your promise to protect transgender Americans? Are you giving up on that?
We're looking at it. We have a lot of different
looking at redefining
concepts right now. They have a lot of different things happening with respect to transgender right now. You know that as well as I do, and we're looking at it very seriously.
But what about your promise to protect the LGBTQ community? Transgender Americans say
you know what I'm
up
doing?
on them.
I'm protecting everybody. I want to protect our country.
How does that do that?
President, you're headed to Texas. Why hasn't he put this place in the law?
Oh, I think he has. I think it's going to be. I think they wanted to see that I'm on his side, and I am 100%. We have, I mean, you people have been reporting over 100,000 people. They lined up 2 days ago, and it's very exciting.
But they're there to see you. Why does Ted Cruz need your help?
Oh, I think Ted will be a big factor tonight. He's going to get up. He's going to make a great speech. I'm going to get up. I'm going to make a great speech. I hope, are most of you going? You're not going. I can't believe it. You're not going to be there tonight.
Do you regret Lion Ted? Beto O'Rourke is now calling him Lion Ted. Who started that? Do you regret
I think Beto O'Rourke is highly overrated. When I heard about him, I figured he must be something a little special. He's not. I thought he got beaten badly in the debates. I think he's a highly overrated guy.
You talked about a tax cut ahead of November 1st.
Say it? Oh, I have, yeah. Ted and I got along very well, very late into the campaign, and I said, don't worry about it. It's only a question of time. And then it became very nasty, and then it was over. And when it was over, we got along great. No, I like Ted. If you remember, he was the last one that we really had. I mean, I went very late into the campaign. We actually held a rally together late into the campaign. I said, it will end, and it did, and then it got back. So we're very close. We've done great on tax cuts. We've done great on regulation cuts. So he's been really terrific. And if you look at what's happening in Germany with respect to the pipeline, they want to now start buying our natural gas. It just came out. So take a look at that. He's not Lion Ted anymore.
What is he now?
Beautiful Ted. Beautiful Texas. I call him Texas Ted. Now Ted Cruz and I had a very, very nasty and tough campaign. It was a very competitive, it was a very tough campaign. Once it ended and we got together, and by the way, very late into the campaign we left. People were shocked. I said, don't worry, it's only a question of time. And then ultimately what happened, we fought it out. The outcome was obvious. And we have worked together very closely. I like him a lot. I actually like him a lot. And he's a very smart guy. He loves the people of Texas, which I do. And in fact, right now, I guess they said they've never seen it. It's like a big tailgate. It goes on for miles. It's over 100,000 people. I think Nellie Orr is a disgrace. And I think her husband's not much better. Maybe he's worse. I think Nellie Orr is a disgrace, taking marital protection so she doesn't have to talk about corruption. I think she's a disgrace. I can't tell you. I can only tell you this. We give them hundreds of millions of dollars. They do nothing for us.
How will President Biden?
You know what? Maybe it will, and maybe it won't, but it certainly hasn't affected. They could do a lot better job. The look at the three countries in particular, and I don't know what's going on with Mexico. I guess it looks like the people are walking right through the middle of Mexico. So I'm not exactly thrilled there either.
The new Mexican president said, do you believe what the Saudis have said about this regionality? Are they telling the truth?
You know what, John? I'm going to know very shortly because I have a great group of people in Turkey right now and a great group of people in Saudi Arabia. We will know very soon. We have tremendously talented people that do this stuff very well. They're coming back tonight, tomorrow, and I will know very soon. And I am not satisfied with what I've heard.
And what do you think about Paul said that he's convinced to do this?
Well, look, Rand has what I did. I agree with Rand on a lot of things. I don't want to lose all of that investment that's being made in our country. I don't want to lose 1 million jobs. I don't want to lose $110 billion in terms of investment, but it's really $450 billion if you include other than military. So that's very important. But we're going to get to the bottom of it. Yeah.
The new Mexican president said he'd like to work with you on a Central American happy. Figuring that if you could give more money to our Mexican president, people would stay put. You over that?
I'm really looking to make America great again. That's what I do. I'm making America great again. We have been giving so much money to so many different countries for so long, and it's not fair and it's not good. And then when we ask them to keep their people in their country, they're unable to do it. Well, make America great again.
Tax cuts. You said that you wanted tax cuts by November 1st. Congress isn't even in session.
No, we're going to be passing. No. We're putting in a resolution sometime in the next week or a week and a half, 2 weeks.
A resolution where?
We're going to put in, we're giving a middle income tax reduction of about 10%. We're doing it now for middle income people. This is not for business, this is for middle. That's on top of the tax decrease that we've already
What
got.
about the arms? Are you signing an executive order for that?
No, I'm going to Congress. We won't have time to do the vote.
But it'll pass it down.
We'll do the vote after the election.
Mr. President, do you think
What about the
Californians are
arms
rioting
control
over the sanctuary cities this year? Where are you going?
I think there's tremendous spirit, maybe like I've never seen, other than at 16. You don't remember 16, you're too young. I have never seen spirit like the spirit that we have right now, except the week before the race, the presidential race 2 years ago. I think the Republicans are going to do very nicely. We're doing very well with the Senate, and he was just asking about the race. Other than 2 years ago, the presidential race, I have never seen spirit like I see right now. I think the Republicans are going to do very well.
What about the arms control?
People are tired of high taxes. We gave the tax cuts. We've done so much. And they want a strong military. They want protection. They want safety. They want security. We give that. The Democrats do not give that. The Democrats don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're giving. I think we're going to do very, very well in the race, yeah?
Do you regret implying that Ted Cruz's dad killed JFK?
I don't regret anything, honestly. It all worked out very nicely.
You said Californians were rioting over the sanctuary city issue. Where?
You shouldn't have, take a look. They want to get out of sanctuary cities. Many places in California want to get out of sanctuary cities.
Right?
Yeah, it is rioting in some cases.
Where are the riots?
It is.
Conservatives have said that he's an activist, while there's the
Who's an activist, who?
Khashoggi, part of the Muslim Brotherhood, and some contend he's a journalist. Who do you think he is?
Well, I'm going to have to find out. We're going to find out a lot. We're going to find out. We're going to know a lot over the next 2 days about the Saudi situation. It's a very sad thing. Any more?
Yeah, do you have any evidence that there are terrorists as part of this caravan?
You know what you should do, John? Go into the middle of the caravan, take your cameras and search. Okay? Search. No. Take your camera, go into the middle and search. You're going to find MS-13, you're going to find Middle Eastern, you're going to find everything. And guess what? We're not allowing them in our country. We want safety. We want safety.
What do you mean by bringing the military?
Well, I think what's going to happen, I'm not saying wave, I think we're doing really well.